The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
The way that we used to look at things, it's like when Barack Obama talked about fundamentally transforming America, apparently this was what he meant, was changing just our thought processes and how we look at things. But I really look at all this stuff. You look at the illegal immigration situation and everything really going on in the Department of Justice. I see this really as a lot of Saul Alinsky. I mean, this is the keep the pressure on, never let up. That whole mentality, I think, is playing out before our very eyes.
Yeah, I wrote a piece at PJ Media this week about Gitmo detainees, which I say, they're probably going to come to a town near you soon, like a federal brig. But what I said in that piece was, you have to stop being shocked. This is not, as I said to you earlier, this is not a surprise to me that they're doing this. They told you they were going to do this. They told you they were going to fundamentally transform America. If you want to understand nearly everything this administration does, go read Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky. And one of the tenets of that book is on display this week as it relates to the Bergdahl swap. And that is you attack, 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 attack. You keep the pressure on. You don't concede anything. You go on offense. You ridicule your opponents, you personalize your opponents. Everything you want to know about Obama's presidency, you can find on the pages of Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky. He's following the playbook, and you shouldn't be surprised by anything anymore with this administration.
No, you should. No, we shouldn't. Exactly, I agree. And that was a great article that you had on PJ Media. I recommend everybody go check out PJmedia.com. Go check out J. Christian Adams' article here because it is great. Gitmo detainees coming to a town near you. One of the things that a lot of people talk to me about, Christian, is let's impeach Barack Obama. And this is something to address in your article. I don't want to give the whole article away, but let's talk about this a little bit because I think it's important because there are a lot of people that say this. Let's get him impeached. And hey, it sounds great to me. Where do I vote? The bottom line is these tactics seem to be somewhat effective because the majority of the American people actually don't support an impeachment right now. And again, you addressed that a little bit in your article, but give us your thoughts on that.
Yeah, it boils down to this, Don. Not you, but if your listeners, do you support impeachment? Will you tell me, number one, what percentage of America agrees with you? And that matters because, number two, there is nothing Obama and his aides love more than people to talk about impeachment. Because one of the tenets of Saul Alinsky, if you read Rules for Radicals, is how important it is to get your opponent to overreact. And overreaction by your opponent can be exploited. And here's how that would work. Right now, if you did a poll of the American people, I'll bet you can't get out of the teens on supporting impeachment. You can't get out of the teens, I said it twice, for supporting impeachment right now. So go ahead, start up the impeachment gravy train in the House, and that is what Alinsky would call an overreaction. Impeachment is a political act. You cannot do it without the support of the American people. So go ahead, try to impeach Obama. What will he do? He will exploit the overreaction. He will turn the vast majority of America against the small minority of people advocating impeachment and try to paint their views as fringe views. He will paint them as radicals when he is the radical. So there's nothing more the Obama administration would like than to have people trying to impeach him in this political environment. If you want to impeach him, then get the number up to 47 or 50% of America supporting it. But right now, impeachment is what Obama wants. He wants you rattling on about impeachment because it helps him marginalize you if you do it.
One of the things that I think about when I read that part of your article was I thought back to the whole birth certificate thing. I mean, if you look at that, all he had to do was President Obama just released the birth certificate. I've always believed that he purposely did not do that to create exactly the situation that you were just talking about. There's this big upswell, the radicalized people, they came up with the name birther and labeled everybody, and the media all jumped in. And I think, in a way, this is kind of the same thing because that's exactly what they're doing is radicalizing people and minimalizing people.
Yeah, it's, again, read Saul Alinsky. It's all there if you want to understand what you're up against. Where this fits into Alinsky's architecture is you personalize it. Rule 12, I think, he has 12 rules for radicals. Rule number 12, I think, is freeze the target, personalize the target, and polarize the target. And you could do that with birthers. You can do that with people calling for impeachment, because he knows he's got the majority of people behind him on that particular issue. The majority of Americans, probably 70 to 80% or more, do not want to impeach Obama. So if you go and you attempt to impeach him, he can then compartmentalize you and say, look at these complete whack jobs. They want to impeach me. Oh, and by the way, their views on the Constitution are also not worthy of discussion. Oh, and these guys like limited government. See what limited government gets you? It makes you go crazy and try to impeach me. That's how Obama uses Alinsky's architecture to advance a policy. So, you know, until you get up in the high 40s on supporting impeachment, shut up about it. Make the case for why he is a lawless president, but there's nothing more Obama wants than for people to try to impeach him.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. You know,
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.